12-year-old Ashley is living for this look. My mother, however, would not have let 12-year-old Ashley do this, but 12-year-old Ashley inside is living for this. Hey guys, it's Ashley and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. So I wanted to originally bring you guys a Dollar Tree haul of all the Halloween stuff that I picked up, but I decided to opt out of that and I just wanted to go ahead and bring you guys this Halloween DIY video. I'm so excited about this video. I love the DIYs that I have planned for this video. They're gonna be so cute and I cannot wait to show you guys and put them up in my house and have them displayed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so let's go ahead and get started with the DIYs. So the first DIY is going to be these stacked lighted pumpkins. Is lighted a word? I don't even know. But I got inspiration for this off of Pinterest, and it's super cute and super simple little DIY. So all you're going to need for this DIY, I picked up 4 of these jack-o'-lantern pumpkins from Walmart. They're like $1.50 each. And then I also picked up these lights, these mini lights. They were $3 at Walmart, just some plain orange lights. I picked up this witch's hat here that I also got from Walmart. That was like $2. You'll also need some scissors, a knife, and a hot glue gun and some glue sticks. But super, super simple. So the first thing I did here was I was just trying to get everything prepped and ready to go. I first took off this strip of hair that they had on the witch's hat. I don't know why it was there, but I didn't want it on there, so I went ahead and cut it off. And then the next thing I did was I was preparing to try and get all the holes into the pumpkins. You guys will see me struggling a lot with this. I'm like it gets hard. I'm also taking off these handles because these are going to be stacked. We need to remove all of the handles. And then you guys can see me, I'm like stabbing so hard with this knife and it was just not working out very well. My husband was actually watching me and he was like, what are you doing? But I struggled so hard trying to get this hole with this knife. So I actually, you guys will see in the next clip that I changed up my style of what I was doing. So you guys can see here, my husband actually suggested this. I started using a box cutter and it worked out so much better. It slid through so much easier, but I will say please be careful, it is very sharp. And the next thing that I'm doing now is I'm going to start weaving the lights through, and you guys can see I had to go in and make the holes a little bit bigger because my original holes were not big enough for the end of the lights. But this is just me going through and I'm going to start stacking them and pulling the lights through. One thing I would suggest, make sure you put something heavy in the bottom pumpkin so that it doesn't fall over. Once I had all the lights pulled through, I started going in and hot gluing the pumpkins together. You guys will see on this first one, I didn't get it exactly straight, but that's okay. And once I have it stacked on, I'm just going around with a little bit more hot glue just to ensure that it is stuck together. And then as I'm stacking the next ones, you guys will see I'm still making bigger holes because I did not make the holes big enough. But I'm just going through, cutting the holes a little bit wider, and then pulling the lights through again and gluing the next pumpkin on top. And I just did this, and I repeated this for 3 pumpkins. Okay, then once the last pumpkin is glued on, I'm going in and I'm gluing my witch's hat on top to complete the DIY, and this is the final result. This is the pumpkins all lit up and they are on my front porch, and I love this DIY so much. Okay, the next DIY are these super easy and super simple stand-up signs from the Dollar Tree. I love this one, and it again is super, super easy. So all you're gonna need for this super simple DIY are these signs from the Dollar Tree, these mini frames also from the Dollar Tree, and then your hot glue gun and some glue sticks. Like I said, this is super simple DIY for $2. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna cut off the hanging strings, and then you're gonna take this mini picture frame from the Dollar Tree and you're gonna remove the backing from it, so the stand. And all I did was I measured to make sure that it was gonna actually stand up with the stand. And then you're gonna take your hot glue gun and glue the stand to the back of your picture. And then voila, you have a sign that now stands up. This next DIY is my favorite out of the entire video. It is this super easy and super simple canvas sign using some supplies from the Dollar Tree. So all you're gonna need is this wooden sign from the Dollar Tree, a canvas, which you can also get from the Dollar Tree. Mine is actually from Michael's. You need some paint brushes and then an assortment of paints in whatever colors that you choose. If you can't tell, mine are a candy corn theme. And then you also need a Sharpie paintbrush pen. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to paint the full background of your canvas. So I am just painting mine in this black acrylic paint, and I also added in some black glitter paint. It gives it a nice little shine and shimmer to it. And you're just going to go ahead and paint the entire thing, including the edges. Once that's done, you're going to go ahead and put your canvas to the side to let that black paint dry. And while it's drying, we're going to work on our wooden sign. So I am now taking my yellow paint and I added in some glitter paint with that. And I'm going to paint the bottom part of the sign, the treat part, in yellow. Like I said, I am going for a candy corn theme. And so I'm just following the steps of the colors starting from the bottom. Then I go in and I am repeating that step in the middle with my orange paint and adding the glitter paint in. I actually love this orange paint. It's actually called Pure Pumpkin, but I'm going in on the middle and I'm doing the pumpkins and the ore in the orange color. And then once again, I'm going in at the top part and repeating the step with my white and adding in the glitter paint for the trick part. So now you guys will see it is in the color scheme of the candy corn with the white on top, orange in the middle, and the yellow on the bottom. Then once everything was dry on my wooden sign, I wanted to go in and add a little bit of detail. So I'm taking this black Sharpie paint marker and I'm going in and doing a cute little outline on all of the letters. I just saw this design on Pinterest. I copy a lot of stuff from Pinterest if you can't tell. But I'm just going in and I am using the black paint marker, excuse me, to give a little bit of detail to the sign. Because I have to be a little bit extra, I'm also going in with this white paint marker and I'm also doing an outline on my canvas, and I'm just doing the same kind of design. It's just some lines and some dots, and I just thought it added a little bit of like pizzazz and a little dimension to it. And then after that, all you have to do is take your hot glue gun and you're going to glue the sign to the middle of the canvas. And I did mine kind of at an angle, like diagonal, and I absolutely love how this turned out. And then our last DIY is going to be some DIY pumpkins. So I picked up these two foam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. You're also going to need some paint, and then I also have my black Sharpie paint marker. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to paint both pumpkins completely white. I do know that Dollar Tree now sells these pumpkins in white, but they didn't have them at my Dollar Tree. So I'm just going through and I am painting these fully in white. It did take a few coats. I think it took about 3 coats on each pumpkin. So somehow I didn't record myself painting that first pumpkin, but you guys will see it is a candy corn theme, so it is the yellow, orange, and white paint. And then on the second pumpkin, I kept it fully white because I am making a Jack Skellington pumpkin. And here I'm just Googling an image of his face, and then I am taking my black Sharpie paint pen and I am freestyling his face. So I'm doing his eyes and his nose and his mouth, and it came out pretty well, I would say, just for me freestyling it. You guys will see my pen was going out a little bit, so what I end up doing is I'm going to go find a paintbrush and I'm going to finish the rest off with my black paint. And here are the completed pumpkins. For the candy corn one, I just added these black sticker letters that just say boo, and I love how this one turned out. It's super cute. And then for my Jack Skellington, you guys will see I painted the stem black and I just added him onto my bookshelf in my craft room. And if you guys can see, there's also a little Jack Skellington Funko Pop down there.